2026, I feel like, is the year of the book girlies, especially girls that love romance. As a lot of the popular book talk books or romance books are getting brought to our screens this year, and I'm sad for it. Like the Chestnut Spring series, the Rose Hill series, which I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe that's gonna happen. Boys of Tommy series as well is going to be a TV series, Off Campus series, and then we have like Every Summer After by Carley Fortune. So there's a lot of books that are going to come to our screen. A lot of these books I haven't read them, so I thought it would be quite nice to just read them with you guys. If you're new here, my name is Benita and I'm so happy to have you joining me today. So I'm going to be reading a few books that are going to be adapted onto our screens this year, but I think I'm going to do this in a few parts because for my list I have 16 books. 10 of them I haven't read, or I've read when I was in high school or something, especially the classics like Pride and Prejudice, also Sense and Sensibility. I've not read that before, but in this video we're going to be reading 3 books together. First book we're going to be reading together is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle. So this is kind of like lovers to frenemies kind of situation. From the idea of what I've read from the blurb, it seems that this couple are about to get married and then they kind of fall out of love with each other, or they kind of can't stand each other anymore. I'm not sure, but they refuse to call off the wedding kind of thing. I'm not sure. This is kind of the gist from what I understood from the blurb. So I'm imagining the movie Brides War, but instead of the two brides fighting, it's like the couples fighting each other. That's kind of what I feel this is, and I think this is wishful thinking on my part. This is coming to our screens this year, I think pretty soon actually, and the casting for this got me really excited. I think the male character in this is going to be Dan Humphrey from Gossip Girl. I don't really know celebrity names. I'm gonna put images here of what they look like and their actual names, and then I think the girl for this, I haven't seen anything, but apparently she was in like, I don't know, but yeah, so that's gonna be our first book we're going to read together. I actually started this morning when I woke up. I read just a prologue actually, so I need to kind of continue reading this. The second book we're going to be reading is Every Summer After by, I think it's Carley Fortune. This is going to be a TV series on Amazon Prime. This actually comes out in 4 days. Carley Fortune is an author I've never read before, because in my mind I just see her as like a female version of Nicola Sparks. I think that's kind of the vibe she gives. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I think that's kind of this idea I have in my mind. So I've never literally reached out, because I just feel like I've never been in the mood to kind of have this like heart-wrenching kind of feeling for books. I don't know, it's just a weird thing I have. The last book we're going to read together is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. So this is the first book in the Off Campus series. This TV show is already live. I haven't seen the TV show yet, but everyone is talking about it. Do you want to watch the show until I've read the book? For some reason I think this is going to be like a Bridgerton style kind of TV show where each book is going to be a season. So yeah, we're going to start off with You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle. Okay. I was so right about this book. I literally just got to chapter 3, guys, and so far I was so right. Based on the blurb, right, it gave me Brides War vibe, but then as I'm reading it, I'm thinking, oh my god, this is so like they break up the movie that Jennifer Aniston and what's his name, Vince Chase, is it Vince Chase, whatever his name is, and also What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas. It's kind of giving me that vibe. Basically this book we're following Nicholas and what is her name, Naomi, that's it. They are engaged to be married in like 3 months. They are both a small town, and in that small town Nick's family is like very wealthy. It seems like they don't like each other. Like she's just said she's 40% in love with him, but I don't understand why she's not calling off the wedding. We don't know that reason why yet, but from the blurb I know where this is going, and I can't wait. I'm actually excited with this. So I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be so good. And I'm thinking about the characters, the casting for this is going to be so insane. So I hope this literally does continue with this vibe. So it sounds like Nick is like a mommy's boy parents, because they're paying for the wedding, they are dictating every single thing. They basically don't even know each other. I don't think so. I think they're moving together in the honeymoon stage, and they just are not compatible. Like they want different things, like different personality. He doesn't hang out with her friends, he doesn't hang out with his friends. He basically treats his mother better than he treats her. This book can either go two ways. Either they fall in love with each other based on the pranks, because let me just read the blog for you guys. I think I should read the blog again so you guys can understand what I'm feeling, because I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be so good. When your nemesis also happens to be your fiance, happily ever after becomes a lot more complicated in this wickedly funny lovers to enemies to lovers romantic comedy debut. Naomi Westfield as the perfect fiance, Nicholas Rose. All the doors open for her, remembers her restaurant orders, and comes from the kind of upstanding sized family any bride would love to be a part of. They never fight. They are preparing for their lavish wedding that's 3 months away, and she is miserable and utterly sick of him. Naomi wants out, but there's a catch. Whoever ends the engagement will have to foot the non-refundable wedding bill. When Naomi discovers that Nicholas too has been forging contentment, the two of them go head to head in a battle of pranks, sabotage, and all-out emotional warfare. But with the countdown looming to the wedding that may or may not come to pass, Naomi finds her resolve sleeping, because now that they have nothing to lose, they are finally being themselves and having fun with the last person they expect to each other. Oh my god, doesn't that sound amazing? These people are diabolical. They are this game night and they are not holding back. They're savage. This is so good. This is like insane, diabolical. I love it. I love this book. Right, reading update, guys. I have a very exciting reading update for you guys. I have finished You Deserve Each Other. Guys, that book was so funny. A rom-com at its finest. I've never laughed so out loud, LOL, on the book. It's really funny, and I was worried that I wasn't going to be like consistent the entire book, but it was. So basically we are following Naomi and Nick and they have been dating for like I think 2 years, engaged to be married, and the wedding is like in 3 months, but they're kind of falling out of love with each other. So they're both like playing this weird game of chicken, who's going to break up with who, because whoever breaks up with who becomes a villain in this small town. Nick's family are kind of well-to-do, like this kind of big fish in a small pond kind of situation, and his mom is the most overbearing woman ever. So that's kind of the entire premise of this book. So I think she thought that it was one-sided, like Nick still wanted to get married, he was living his best life, but then she kind of realized that okay, actually he's feeling the same way. So they basically started playing like this weird pranks with each other, playing pranks on each other, kind of made them have fun together. It's such a great book. I think this is gonna come across so well as a movie. It's just a fun rom-com. Also, I was thinking about it, you know, like, oh my god, the only movie that gave me the kind of vibe and laugh out loud vibe that I can remember is obviously the two movies I've mentioned, and then How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is kind of similar as well, but it's really good. This was a 4-star read for me. I thoroughly enjoyed this. This was so good, and bearing in mind I did not know anything about this book until I started researching. I'm so happy I read it, because oh my god, that was hilarious, and I love the way it ended as well, because I kind of predicted how it was going to end, to be fair, based on what was going on, and like the reason why they kind of fell out of love with each other. And I said that loosely, fall out of love for each other was because of some, like, I don't want to give it a spoiler, I think everyone should go read it, and I kind of knew, based on that, kind of knew how it was going to end, and that was how it ended. But even still then, I still enjoyed getting into that. I would have loved an epilogue though. You guys know I love an epilogue. I'm an epilogue girly. So book 1 done, 4-star, amazing. I cannot wait for this to come on screen. And I actually don't know the date, but I think it would be a great summer movie as well. I guess actually maybe not, because the book was set around like fall time, because they had Thanksgiving and Christmas, so maybe it might come on later on in the year. I'm not sure. But I'm sad for this. I can't wait. This morning on my commute to and from work, I've been reading our second book that we're going to read together, which is Every Summer After by Carley Fortune. I've literally read about 32% of this book already. To be fair, there's only like, whoa, 247 pages, and I'm on page 78, so I've read a big chunk of it. Actually, this book is not what I expected at all. I think I mentioned to you guys that the reason why I've never read Carley Fortune's book is I have this perception, I don't know where this came from, to me I can't even tell you where it came from, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought that books are going to be really sad and depressing, kind of like Nicholas Spark kind of vibe. That's kind of what I assumed. So I've literally been putting a books off, like, oh, I can't deal with it. So this is the second chance romance. We're following Percy and Sam. So we start off with Percy. She's now in her 30s, or she's just turned 30. She has some bad news and she has to go back to this like small town. Again, small town. This small town that she spent most of her summers. But we know that she and Sam have a history and they fell apart 12 years prior. So she hasn't seen Sam or been in that town for the 12 years they've been apart. But something obviously happened now. She has to go back to that small town. They kind of meet again. She will get alternating chapters of their past and their present. We've had 2 chapters from the present day where they've actually been in each other's present, and it's so fine. I was expecting this anguish or like some weird, like, you know, tension between them or something like that. I'm like, okay, let me calm down a bit. I don't think I'm gonna cry in this one. Maybe when I find out what divided it, I might cry, but right now it's just very nice second chance romance based on the cast of this. Again, as I said, I had no idea what this book is about, and I had no idea about the writing style. I thought this was like a young adult kind of situation where they are like in their 20s. In present day now, they are in their 30s. The main character in the TV show and the 2 main characters like in their 20s and 24, but it does have an impact. If you're going, the point of this is the years between them and their age is very, very important because we're going back and forth in the history. So I expect the cast for the present day at least to look like the age they should be, you know. But anyway, I've not watched the show. This is me just criticizing the show with no context here. But so far I do love Sam. I'm trying to guess what could have happened between them because I've read so many second chance romance kind of thing. Sam has an older brother, Charlie, as well. I feel like maybe Charlie is in the story somehow as well. I don't know. Again, it's still early days. Sam comes across really, really well to me so far anyway. He's just such like a good guy. I don't know. And also I know that this is a series. There's the second book in this series is Charlie's story. I kind of got a glimpse of that based on my snooping on Goodreads. Oh my god, it's just, if you guys can hear, it's raining. Oh my god, guys. So I basically finished Every Summer After last night. I just had to finish it because I got to like a very good part that I just couldn't put it down to just get through it. It was good. Like I was expecting something really sad and really heartbreaking and stuff like that, which there was a moment where it was a bit, you know, it put my ass string a bit. This book and this story is not a brand new story. It's basically a high school romance / summer love kind of vibe. That's kind of the premise of this. So I really enjoyed this because such a nice book. Even now that it's been the next morning, I'm still thinking it. I woke up this morning, I had my coffee, and it was still replaying in my mind like the book and, you know, the story and things like that. What drove them apart, I kind of guessed that could be, no, not from the beginning, but it got to a point when I thought, oh my god, imagine this was why they broke up. And I was like, oh my god, this could ruin everything because this could be bad because the character that this could affect, I was liking him as well. This could be a disaster, but actually, in a good way, the author brought us back, and I think that whole conflict was handled really well. I feel like if it was not handled the way the woman handled it, like if it's like a massive shock and it could have just like dragged the book on for, actually I think we would have just learnt about it like early on in the book, I guess. I think it's the perfect summer read. This book is the definition of summer read. I feel like after I read this book, I thought, oh wow, I finally read my first summer rom-com, because this is just summer the entire time, because basically the entire book happened in, most of the book happened like in summer, because that's when, you know, they kind of are together. But and I'm so excited to watch the show. This should have been a movie. I think the story was nice and fun, but I don't know how it would work as a TV show. Like, obviously they will make it work, but a movie would have been fine. Like, I don't know. I will let you guys know when I watch it, and I'll give you guys my feedback. But yeah, this was a 4-star read for me. To be fair, I got to one point when I thought, before I found out their conflict, I would drove them apart, I was, oh, this is a 3-star. But then I read everything plus the epilogue, and I was like, okay, all right, 4 stars. So today I'm working from home, and then I'm actually on the train and going north to see my family, so I'll probably have more time to read on the train because we have summer hours now at my work. So one time I get on the train, I can read. I don't have to work on the train. I can just like read the entire time. So I'm really excited about that. But we're going to move on to our next book, and our next book is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This one, I really want to binge this book today. I want to finish this book today because I feel like tonight I want to start watching one of the shows. I don't know, I think I might just start watching every summer after. It makes sense. I finished the book, so because I'm like, I want to try and read as much of The Deal tonight, and then maybe watch one episode of the show or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's our next book. Because I was hoping in this vlog we'll get to read The Deal and The Score together, but you guys, I think I told you guys at the start of this that I might do a part 2 of this, so let me know if you want me to do a second part. Even though in the second part I really just want to read the classics. I want to reread Pride and Prejudice because I haven't read that since I was like 16 or something, and Sense and Sensibility, because we're getting movies for those as well. So I was like, okay, I could do the classics. So I probably won't read until I get on the train this afternoon, and then we can start the book. But yeah, I'm really excited. Like, I literally maybe didn't come across when I started this vlog, I didn't really have really high expectation for any of these books that get adapted to TV show, because I know they're very, very popular and everyone loves them, and I don't know why I haven't learned. Like, popular books are popular for a reason, and I am so easily persuaded. I will follow the masses. But the biggest surprise for me was You Deserve Each Other. That one was, I literally haven't heard about that book anywhere. I don't think anyone even spoke about that book at all, which I probably need to speak about. I think more people to read it, because that book is amazing, funny, and oh my god, amazing. So this reading vlog has been such a good vibe. I've read really good books. I'm happy. Okay guys, I am back, and guys, you won't believe this is like almost 2 weeks later to the last time I spoke to you. That's how long it's taking me to read The Deal. This book was hard work. Yeah, I've been reading it for a week and a half. Whoa, no, I spoke to you guys last on the 12th of June. Today is the 26th of June. I finished yesterday, the 25th of June. So it took me 13 days to read this book. I'm going to premise this and say I rated this book at 3 stars. Like, I was not going to reread it, but it wasn't like fully bad. But my struggle with this book is that I was not really committed to the characters. This is how I managed to read a lot of books with my busy life, my 9 to 5, is that when I pick up a book and I put that book down to work or to do like life, I miss the book. I can't wait to get back to that story, to be with those characters again, to be in that world. That's kind of what keeps me going. Me missing the book and missing the characters. With this book, I literally did not miss the characters at all. Like, I would go like 2 days, I would go an entire weekend with time to read where I wasn't even thinking about the book or thinking about reading the book. In that sense, I guess this book was a bit of a struggle to read, especially the first 80%. I think the first 80% of the book was when I was like not really missing the character. When I did pick the book up and was reading it, I was having a good time. But in the last 20 minutes, I literally read that yesterday. I have watched the TV show now, so I can actually give you guys a full rounded review of what I think. We'll start with the book first. So I really enjoyed Anna and Garrett. I love the dynamic between them. I love how they started off as like this weird, like not really friends, and then they decide as friends and they build a relationship. I like all like the secondary characters. And when I finished the book, I wasn't like gagging to read all the other books, but I do want to read The Score and I'll tell you why, and I bet you guys can guess. I love the conflict they had, like, you know, with Garrett's dad, and, you know, what Anna went through. Like, the book is a romance book, but it does touch upon like really heavy topic, essay, like off page, but like one of the characters experience essay, and then DV as well. So those are every topics to have in your romance books. Like, normally you have one or the other, you don't have both. Having both, it was a lot, but the author did so well managing that. So that was, if I read the book without the show, it's definitely 3-star. Now that I've watched the show, they took some liberties with that show. Was it a true adaptation from book to screen? Yes, but they did make some significant changes, introduced some new characters, gave a lot of scenes that was between Garrett and Anna to other characters, which I found really weird. First of all, Garrett and Anna in the TV show, like, I love the casting. Anna in the book was more sassy and more confident. She was not Debbie Downer. She was like, I don't know, she was just more, she felt more fun in the book. In the TV show, they made us feel like so responsible, so scared, so anxious, she lacks self-confidence and stuff like that in the TV show, which is not true, because like, she was funny. There were some things that she was, she's quite sassy with Garrett. She was giving it back and stuff like that. So I think they gave her sassiness to our friend Ali. So I have a feeling that whoever wrote the off-campus series is obsessed with Dean and Ali. I just feel like the writers are obsessed with Dean and Ali. The TV series is meant to be like kind of a Bridgerton-esque kind of vibe, where they have like each book for each season. So the characters will have their own next season. This was an hybrid of Anna and Garrett and Dean and Ali. And I feel like a lot of... there was a scene in particular when I read it and I was thinking like, wait a minute. This was the scene between Garrett and Anna. Why is Dean and Ali the one doing the characters? It's not about them. Like, why is that happening? Because I've not read the score yet. So maybe there's some of the things maybe they happen in the same timeline. There's some crossovers, maybe, I'm not sure. But in basically the personality that Ali has in the TV show is kind of what I expected Anna to have in the TV show, because that's kind of what I got from it in the book. In the book, like, Ali was there, but she wasn't like this present. Do you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't spread about in the TV show. Like, don't get me wrong, I love her, and I love her and Dean, and I can't wait for that season and things like that. But I feel like I just feel like they should have given Anna and Garrett their moment and just let them be. This is about them. Bringing in Ali and Dean and giving them such iconic moments, like things that are going viral. Even the style, like Ali's fashion style in this TV show is like, it eclipsed Anna the entire time. They put a lot of emphasis on those two, which is just like, this is not about them. This is not about them. They're going to get their own season, which I think they had. The second season is going to be with them. Even though their book is book number 3, they're bringing them forward. They've actually put them into 1 and 2 at the moment. Yeah, so if I didn't read the book, I wouldn't have known this thing. Like, it doesn't take away from the TV show. The TV show was okay. For example, spoilers, I'm sorry. In the TV show, Anna is the singer, and like, she's the one doing the showcase and things like that. So the emphasis was on her. And then in the TV show, right, there was a time where Harley meets this, like, someone that used to be in their university that graduated and now she works in Broadway, and they had this like chemistry and banter. That experience was actually Anna's experience, but for some reason they gave it to Ali, which I'm like, why have you done that? It was Anna and this boy having this connection in the party, talking about like, oh my god, your sister, oh my god, the musical, I came to watch you in the spring like, do you know what I mean? They had a little like theater, musical theater bond thing was between Anna and someone else. Wasn't they gave it to Ali? It's like, why have they done that? I don't know. I just think the entire thing was just very strange. I just feel like they literally, this off-campus series is basically going to be a Dean and Ali show. Also, the dynamic between parents, I don't think they showed her parents at all. Did they show her parents at all? I think they showed just her mom. They didn't give us a lot of backstory of why she wasn't going home and what her parents are actually going through in that town. Those backstories were missing, and I feel like if they didn't spend a lot of time trying to shove the Dean and Ali down our throat, they would have literally given us all the backstories that we needed. The DV part in the TV show, the woman didn't leave, which I was like, what the F? But in the book, she left. So I was like, what the hell is going on there? I don't know. I just feel like after Each Other Rivalry has literally set the bar for TV adaptation so high now that we're spoiled and we're very judgmental. The changes that they made and the tweaks that they did were not necessary for the show. So that's it. I can't remember. It's been, as I said, it's been 2 weeks. So we started off reading You Deserve Each Other, which was a sneak attack because I didn't expect that to be that good. And then we read Summer After, and then we read The Deal. So we read 3 books, and 2 of them are already out for me to watch. Well, I've already watched the off-campus series, which was great. Now I need to watch Every Summer After. I'm actually not having such an expectation for that, because I feel like it's Amazon. They're not the best for like adaptation. I don't know why they just always cut out some key things and remix things. Like, God, don't. Come to the end of the video now. If you made it find this video, give this video a thumbs up, say hi in the comments, and I've loved having you. I hope you've enjoyed watching me read these books together. Let me know if you've read any of these books, or if you've watched the TV show. If you agree with me on my review of the off-campus series, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.